Welcome everyone, AdamTheWoo here. I am actually driving down a road, but I just slowed down for a pedestrian. You know, in California, they have those pedestrian walkways. The pedestrians have the right of way, which means that you have to, if they're crossing a crosswalk, the vehicles, which we are in now, we have to slow down and let the pedestrians cross. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's the Daily Woo. Happy Wednesday, that day affectionately known as Hump Day. Hope you guys are having a good, either a work week or a school week, or whatever it is that your life consists of. Hope you're having a good week. Enjoy this middle of the week if you are looking forward to the weekend. You are one step closer. We are halfway there. Whoa, we're halfway there. Living on a prayer. Take my hand. We'll make it, I swear. I'm cruising around to some thrift stores. And I'm also going to go clean my van out after I stop at this yellow light. Just want to talk to you guys a little bit. And, you know, we're always doing wacky adventures together vicariously. You're joining me in my life. And not all the time do I sit and share my plans, my thoughts, my aspirations, my things that are weighing on my chest and heart to the world. Not always do I share those with you guys. So today, I'm just going to tell you some upcoming plans. I'm going to tell you what's on my mind, what's on the agenda. We're just going to have a little chat, a little nice, quiet chat, as young Frankenstein Inspector Kemp would say. So I'm just consuming a little caffeine, starting my day off. Started a little bit late today. I didn't sleep in. I slept till about 7 o'clock. But then I just kind of just laid around, checking my social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and all that. I posted last night on Twitter that I'm going to be taking a 2 to 3 week break from going to Disneyland. I have a lot of things I need to accomplish, and I just kind of want to refresh myself and focus on other endeavors. Speaking of, I put a new video up on the AdamTheWoo channel with my friend Jacob the Carpetbagger, who just flew out back to his home on the East Coast this morning. So Jacob is gone. He filmed a lot of stuff. I kind of invaded all his videos, so subscribe to the Carpetbagger channel and check out the AdamTheWoo video that I just uploaded last night. And I have another video of him and I, some more abandoned locations. I know a lot of people kind of have a thirst for the abandoned locations. So I have another video that I will be editing this week. With him, we were just kind of go. Took him up to LA, took him out to the desert, went to Disney a couple days. Went full Disney from rope drop till close, and really kept very busy. So I really kind of need to breathe. I need a little breathe a sigh of relief today and tomorrow. And I'm going around to some thrift stores because, as I mentioned about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I was looking for a roommate, and I got a lot of people emailing me and friends of friends who were texting me and people who I saw around town asking about the roommate situation. And I'm still on the fence with what I want to do, because I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to stay where I am forever. I do not want someone to move in and then it feels like if I end up moving that they are stuck with the responsibility of paying the rent. And I don't want to basically take someone's life and turn it upside down by me if I decide in 6 months of leaving Southern California. My thoughts are to stay here for quite some time, but you never know. I'm a very impulsive guy, so I can't decide if I want to do the roommate thing or not. I'm kind of leaning towards taking the room, the extra room that I have, and making like a suite office, guest bedroom, maybe putting a green screen in there, but have an area that people that I am kindred spirits with, friends of friends, people that I know, or people that I am friends with who have friends and they can vouch for them, who maybe want to come out and go to Disneyland or go to Universal or visit Southern California, and they could stay with me for a few days or a week or maybe on the weekends. And I have gotten a few offers about that as well. So I'm thinking maybe of going that route, just having a cool side room. That way there's no responsibility of the roommate situation. I'm really on the fence with this whole idea. So I'm basically going to start buying some stuff for that spare bedroom, maybe a pull-out couch, or maybe like a, what do they call those things, a futon that you can sit on. I think I'm maybe going the futon route. But I also want to have an area where I can film videos that aren't really unedited vlogs, videos that are in that room that I can edit down, and maybe I could use a green screen and explain stuff behind me. So I have a lot of ideas for the future of the Adam the Woo channel. Not really a changing of the Adam the Woo channel, just added more content into there. A lot of people also have been asking about the GoPro scenario. I did the unboxing of the GoPro that I got for Christmas. I really have not had time to focus on how to use it, but I'm thinking in the future that I'm actually going to start doing a lot of roller coaster ride-throughs with the GoPro. I have a lapel mic now that can mount on my collar, so I can use that to do the ride-throughs. So I have a lot of ideas about boosting up the content on the Adam the Woo channel. We're already doing abandoned stuff. We're already doing filming locations, which I have a few filming locations that I will be doing over the next couple of weeks up in Los Angeles. We already do the roadside attractions. So I'm just trying to keep the circle of goodness, the wheel of ideas, spinning and turning around in my head. I'm planning a trip to Gatlinburg, and I'm shooting, Gatlinburg, Tennessee, I'm shooting for mid-March to end of March. This depends on a few key things. Prices of flights. It also depends on if I have the ability to stay somewhere or if I have to rent a hotel room. And more importantly, rental cars coming out of Atlanta, which is where the cheap flights from LAX to Atlanta are kind of pricey around that time frame. So I'm crunching some numbers. I'd really like to get out to Gatlinburg in honor of the very new roller coaster that Dollywood is unveiling. I do not remember what it's called, but it is the fastest and the very first not jet propelled, but the very first blast-off style coaster like California Screaming is at DCA. It's like that, except it's a wooden roller coaster. The very first one of those in existence is opening mid-March at Dollywood, and I would like to be there for that and around that time. So I'm thinking about mid to end March going to Gatlinburg, I'm fidgety thinking about Pigeon Forge. Speaking of my van, let's talk about my van a minute. We're not speaking of my van, but we're now speaking of my van. I'm covering an exhausted amount of topics in this. I have some friends coming in 1st of March, and I'm going to be cruising around in the van with them. So since I don't have seats in the back of my vans are still back in Florida at my parents' house. And since I'm not going to drive all the way back there to get them, I need to buy a seat. I don't need 2 seats, but I need a seat that will mount in the back of this Ford E150. This model, I'm thinking about going to a junkyard or Craigslist. So if you know anyone in Orange County that has a seat that will mount in a Ford E150 van, Econoline van, the front seat, not the back one, the front seat's a little shorter than the back one. If you have any ideas, please leave a comment down below, or more importantly, get a hold of me on Twitter. Most importantly on Twitter, or maybe Facebook or Instagram if you have any ideas. I would like to purchase a seat either from you or from the link that you know of or the people that you know of. I could really use a seat. That way I could like haul people around and actually show people around and actually have use for this huge van. Because now I'm not really sleeping in my van so much. Usually when I travel, I'm flying places and I'm getting hotels and stuff like that. The Gatlinburg thing is really on the agenda. I do not want to announce it yet, but I will be going to Washington State probably in mid-May. I will be going to Washington State for about a week. I'll be flying up there for a certain thing, and I'll be announcing that probably in the next few days, the specifics of that. And all of these travels, all of these adventures, I could not do without the help of Spreadshirt, AdamTheWoo.com. You can find the link to the Spreadshirt site, AdamTheWoo.Spreadshirt.com. But also there is the Patreon. And I really do not mention the Patreon enough. And a lot of people always say, how come you never post links to your Patreon? And I'm still a little iffy on promoting the Patreon. There's something in my head, the mentality of the Patreon. But in reality, the Patreon is kind of like a donation or a tip bucket. Let's say you go see a band, and you see the band play and you buy a t-shirt, and they have a little tip bucket there for the person who is working the merchandise stand saying, give me a tip. So if the shirt is 20 bucks and you got an extra buck, you throw $1 in the tip jar. Or let's say you're like tipping a bartender or tipping a waitress. Any kind of tip. You're not giving an exorbitant amount to a waitress. You're not tipping a waitress $100 or $200 or $300. You're just giving that person a few dollars. So that is how I would like the Patreon to work, and that helps put gas in this 12 mile per gallon beast and drive around. It actually helps purchase things for the van, purchase things to film, like the lapel mic and the GoPro type of items like that, and lenses for the camera. Anything you see that is actually ending up creating a video, all that stems from the t-shirts, stems from the Patreon. So if you would like to help support, I am not going to shun any support that anyone has, any patrons that pledge on the AdamTheWoo Patreon page, which all you have to do is Google it. Just Google AdamTheWoo Patreon. And if you want to be supportive, I am asking simply for $1 or $2 a month. If you want to give more than that, do not, please, my wishes would be, do not go over the $5 a month plateau. I would like to have a lot of people who are creating this circle of goodness that we have created together. I would like to have a lot of people giving $1 or $2, up to $5, the plateau of $5. And by doing this, we are all vicariously going on adventures together. We are going to Washington State. We are going to Gatlinburg. We are driving around. We're going out to the desert. We're going to Florida. We're going to Disney World. We're going to Universal Studios. We're doing all this stuff. We're going to abandoned places. We're doing movie filming locations. I have a lot planned for 2016. This year, so far, has really thrown me a lot of curveballs. You could even say some knuckleballs where they're all over the place. Throw in the knuckleball. You think it's going to be a fastball. You think life's going to give you a fastball right down the strike zone. But in reality, it's throwing you for a curve. It's throwing you for a knuckleball. You cannot focus your baseball bat and hit the home run. And that is basically what has happened so far in 2016. But I am aiming. My goal is to change the momentum of 2016. Last night was very interesting. My friend Jacob was staying there, and he was going back to LAX to fly home to the East Coast. And he knocked on my door. I said, I'm not going to make it till this morning, man. You're going to stay up all night and hopefully sleep on the plane. I'm going to crash out. I said goodbye to him. I went in my room and started to sleep. He was sleeping on the couch. And about 2 o'clock in the morning, he starts knocking on my door. You got to see this. You got to see this. Outside of my living room wall, there is a sprinkler system that had busted. And the sprinkler system was shooting up into the side of the living room wall. And the inside of the living room wall is starting to, like, not decompose, but starting to bow in. There's water on the bottom part of the wall, and the carpet in the little section of the living room was starting to get very soggy and very flooded. And I think this has been going on for a few days, and I did not notice this at all until last night. So now I have alerted the landlord. I have alerted my Mr. Furley of this problem. So just another conundrum, another thing to throw into Adam's life. All kind of fun stuff. So these are things that are weighing on my mind. I know we didn't talk about much in this. We just well, actually, we did talk about a lot. I didn't show you much in this. Normally, I don't talk about much. I just show things. But I wanted to give you a little insight into things that have been happening in my life. Taking it easy the next couple days, editing down some abandoned locations. What do you guys think of the roller coaster ride-throughs? What do you think of more theme park stuff? What do you think of a lot of filming locations? And at some point this year, I have a lot of filming locations that I will be leaving the state of California specifically to do. And the interesting thing about the filming locations is I don't put any ads on any of the filming location videos because I use clips from the movies in those videos. So I do not want the movie studios, emailing me, getting a hold of me and saying, you took our footage and you have ads on our stuff. So all of those movie locations are labors of love. Let's say the Halloween filming locations that I just did, the Pee-wee's Big Adventure, the Back to the Future, the Shawshank Redemption. All of those videos and all the time and effort and traveling and research, all of that is done for one purpose: to give me the motivation and give me the feeling of creating something and putting something good out into the world. There's no money made off of that. I might gain a few subscribers here and there, but in reality, it is a labor of love. So if you are supportive of those filming locations, then the Patreon is good and the Spreadshirt is good. You know, here's another interesting thing. I have two channels. This channel is the TheDailyWoo channel. I call it my second channel, my daily vlog channel, TheDailyWoo. But my main channel, I keep it a little bit more relevant than the vlog channel. The vlog channel is every day, so I figure most people, if they look back on this a year from now, they will realize that certain social networks don't exist. Like, remember when MySpace existed and stuff like that, and people would put links to their MySpace in their videos? I never really wanted to do that with the main channel because I wanted the main channel to be a focal point of something that is always going to be relevant. If you watch a main channel, YouTube/AdamTheWoo video, in 5 years, I did not want there to be a link to a website that I'm promoting that doesn't exist anymore, if that makes any sense. So I've never promoted the t-shirts on my main channel, which is crazy because that's where all my subscribers are. Majority. I think I have 5 times the subscribers on the main channel, the AdamTheWoo channel, than I do on this vlog channel. Yet, I have never promoted Patreon on there. I have never promoted the t-shirts on there, or Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So maybe I should start promoting on the main channel a little bit. What do you guys think about all these ideas I'm just spewing out there today? I need to clean my van out. I have a lot of junk, Mountain Dew bottles and cans, water bottles, all kind of mess back in here. The seats need to happen. I need to get the seats. I need to find a futon or a pull-out couch or something like that. So I'm running some errands today. What do you guys think of these heartfelt vlogs? What do you guys think of these informative vlogs versus a vlog where I'm showing you something weird, wacky? Do you guys like seeing the real me? Do you like seeing the entertainment side of me? Do you like seeing things? Or do you like actually getting a tidbit into my life? I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching this vlog. I really love you guys. I could not be doing what I am doing every day if it was not for you. And I am pointing at you. You might think I am pointing to the guy next to you, or I am pointing to the woman who is on the other side of the country that is watching this vlog. But sir, ma'am, children, women, dogs and cats, whoever is watching this, even though dogs and cats normally don't buy t-shirts and they don't give these videos thumbs up or comments, you never know though. A little feline could be typing, "I love your videos." They could. That might be a possibility. So all those that I just mentioned, I just want to say thank you. Like, I kind of like get emotional sometimes when I think how far this YouTube thing has come and how many views my videos gets and how much love you guys share with me. There are the haters, there are the trolls, there are the negative people, there are the people who do not have a filter on constructive criticism, and the way they say things is offensive. Everything that you say, I read, so sometimes things are hard for me to swallow. But 99% of the time, everyone is positive, uplifting, supportive. People that I have never met. A lot of people who are watching this, you, I might not have ever even met you in real life, and you take a vested interest in my life. That is amazing to me. I always say that the internet is full of very evil and bad things. But this whole thing that we have created together today is not evil. It is not bad. It is good. It is positive. It is uplifting. And all that does not all come from me. A lot of that comes from both sides. Me on this side of the camera and you on the other side of the camera. Don't ever forget that. And don't ever think that I am not 102%. People always say 110%. There's no such thing as 110%. 100% is as big as it gets. But 102% of my heart is very thankful and very blessed to have you guys in my life. Don't ever, ever forget that. Even if you think that I have forgotten or think that I am not reminding you on a daily basis or a weekly basis, just know that I am always grateful up here and inside of here. I love you guys. Bye.